Hello guys, welcome to Happy Moments with Adebola Gomez. I'm so happy to be here today. It's been such a hectic week for me, but thank God it's winding down. So today I have with me one of influential people in Montreal. His name is Harry Smith. Please introduce yourself to us. We're happy to have you here.
My name is Harry Smith. I'm the president of the Nigerian Canadian Association of Montreal. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so we actually we've heard about all the interesting things you've done in the Nigerian community. We are saying thank you. So what is your vision for the community?
Oh, that's a long one.
You can cut it short. It doesn't matter. We just want to.
Yeah, I have a long vision for the community. I think my first task, I think right now, is to see how we can acquire a Niger house in Montreal.
That's
With the
a good
Niger
one.
house, yeah, thank you. So yeah, and that's in plan already, and we have the map set out. So we're meeting with the city to see how we'll be able to acquire that. And very soon I will be meeting with the leaders of the Nigerian Association, the ethnic groups here, and as well the previous leaders, and see how we'll be able to, come together and put that put the project on the run. And that being said, it's always very good to have at least where you call home.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
we are in Canada again. It's home away from home, and we want to. There's a lot we can do as Nigerians when we have a Nigerian house. So, for example, we have the Polish hall. We rent Polish hall for parties, and then there's a Ghana house, the Haitian house, and the Jamaican house. So why not Nigerian?
I agree with you 100%.
That's my first plan right now, to at least to achieve as the president of NCA.
Yeah, I'm impressed with the plan, and I do really hope Nigerians see the need to follow through with you on this project. I really do hope so. I know we can be, kind of difficult to deal with, but I'm sure we'll get there.
Yeah,
We'll get there.
definitely. Yeah, I do have plans, and myself and the executive we met, and we're going to map out the plans on how we can strategically put this plan in place, and hopefully the community will see the benefits eventually.
Perfect. So today we're gonna be talking about women and marriage. Are you ready? Are you ready for my questions?
I think so.
Okay. Perfect. So, what do you think is the ideal age for marriage?
Ideal age for marriage, I would say, again, it's different for men and for women. As a guy, I know I did marry a bit early compared to my friends around. As a guy, I don't really think you would have an age stipulated to as to when you can get married. I believe you should be able to be self-sufficient and get ready to be able to take care of family before you get married, especially financially. And also, it's good to get married early because when you are younger, that's where you feel the vibe of, the partnership and the relationship. So for guys, I would say when you are hitting within 45 to 50,
Is the ideal
it's
age
okay to get married at that age.
Okay.
If you choose to get married between while in 30s, it's still okay. But at least when you're hitting your 50, you should start, and you're still not married, then you need to start thinking, okay, I think it's time for me to settle down.
Okay, so what
But for females, females are different. Again, I don't want to offend anyone. I have to say the way I think about
Okay.
it. My opinion might not be yours and might not be same as other people right here. But for females, I think by the time they click their early 30s, it's the right time for them to get married. At least they need to start thinking, okay, it's about time for me to, grab a guy out there and settle down and start having kids, right? But that doesn't mean you cannot get married before 30, even if you're 25 or 28. But when you start hitting 30 and above, then it's okay for you to get married and then start having kids, because I like the fact, or I like the idea of having kids and then relax so you can have time to spend with your husband and your partner.
So for me, I'd say, well, it depends on your life goals generally, right? Some people, they don't really care about kids. Some people don't really care about having kids. Some care about having kids. But if you do care about having kids as a female, well, I don't really think having kids should really be the reason you want to get married, because marriage comes with a lot of things aside from kids. Do you understand what I mean?
I do understand that, but I do not agree with that.
Why?
What's the need of getting married if you don't want to have kids?
Well, because you just want to be happy. Some people, because do you know how many kids are in the orphanage
Yeah,
right
but
now?
at the same time, you can be dating and be happy. So when you decide to say, I want to get married, it's because you want to call two to one.
Yes.
And that's one. Secondly, people get, okay, again, probably I'm speaking from where I come from Nigeria, of course. And the way we we grow up seeing parents, grandparents, people getting married, right?
Yes.
So, and then when you get married, the reason, first reason to even think of getting married because you want to have kids, right? It could be this generation has changed.
Of course,
all right?
it's changed.
But again, that doesn't change the fact that when you're married, we're expecting to have kids.
Not
so otherwise, I would just keep a girlfriend.
No.
I can keep a girlfriend for the rest of my life.
People get married because they want to feel the commitment part of it. Not really. Because if you're dating, then I don't really own you. You can still look to other people, right? When you're dating.
Not really.
Yes.
If you are dating
when
and
you're
committed,
married,
no,
then you're really not.
If you are dating and you're committed, why are you looking outside?
Because you're dating.
So that's what I'm saying, but you're committed.
No, not necessarily. You can be dating and decide, you know what? You see this person, I don't think I want her anymore. Do you get what I mean?
Even married people do the same thing.
No, but it's different. You can't just opt out of marriage.
People do that these days. This generation, like
But
you call it,
it's
the new generation.
different.
People get married and opt out of marriage because they're seeing something outside. You understand me? So to me, I believe if you need to get married, I think because you're thinking of having a baby.
Okay.
If you don't want to have a baby, then you can as well just keep the relationship until whatever.
Okay.
In my opinion.
I don't want us to argue, but I accept. I accept. Okay, so what's your pickup line? How did you grab madam? Tell me. I need to know.
Do I have to tell you who?
Of course. You have to.
Oh, wow.
We need to know, guys. I know you guys are dying to know.
Actually,
because he is a lover boy. I know that firsthand.
I don't know what you mean by I'm a lover boy. What do you mean by I'm a lover boy? By the way? I'm trying to understand that. I don't know what you mean by I'm a lover boy.
Don't mind me, guys.
For Madame, actually, was through a friend. Was an introduction through a friend. I met her through a friend of mine.
Okay, so how did you woo her to like you?
Well,
what were the steps you took?
To be very honest, we were living in two separate cities, and
so it was long distance.
Yeah, it was a long distance, and and when I met her, there was no smartphone there, right?
So how did you guys
communicate? So it was regular phone, or no sending photos or whatever. This whole social media thing wasn't really existing, so it was regular communication. We would stay like hours on the phone, talk. And then we break up on the phone even before we meet each other.
Oh my God!
So
it must have been real love.
Fun. So we break up and make up and break up and make up, and eventually we met each other for the first time after a few months.
So what was that reaction?
No, actually it was funny because when I met her in person, we had already broken up. So she happened to come to the city where I was living then, and she's like, I'll be in your city in the next 2 days if you want to meet. I'm like, okay. So she came in and we went to the bar, we had a drink. In my mind, we were still broke up, and she was broken up.
You guys are still doing shakara with yourselves.
So we went to the club that night, and we had a very lengthy conversation, and so I'm like, okay, maybe we can just chill for the night. And
you see why I said? You see why I said he's a lover boy?
Well, I was single then, remember, right? Okay. I was single then. So eventually we hung out, and we after that conversation that day, we kind of reignite the
passion
and
the
love. The
love.
funniest thing about it is, like, to be very honest, I wasn't even ready to settle down or even ready to date one girl. I was just like, freestyling, but after I met her, and I felt like, okay, something is different from the rest. And beside, while I was thinking something different, my friend came to me, is like, I think you found a wife. I'm like,
Hey,
okay,
Oshé.
what are you talking about? Like, well, this lady is completely different from whatever girls I've seen you with, so if you know what you're doing, you should let her go.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I think he's right.
Well,
That's how we started.
and we found a wife.
And I found a wife, and I'm really glad, and we've been together for what, 16 years now,
Wow.
and it's been,
That's
it's
amazing.
been great, yeah.
That's amazing. So what advice do you have for people like me?
When you meet people like you,
Well,
I
I'm
don't
not married,
understand.
so
Well, again, marriage, the problem is this, right? People keep talking about marriage because I see my friend get married, I want to be married. No, it doesn't work like that. You need to feel someone.
You have to
don't
be
jump
ready.
into marriage, because if you jump into marriage, trust me, you're going to jump out. All right? So you need to be ready. You could be ready, but you haven't found the right person. And then when you start looking at, okay, the time is going, you're definitely going to get the wrong person. So take your time, get to know someone, understand the person. Because communications matters a lot.
it does.
So if you guys are not friends, you cannot get married.
It's true.
You could be dating, but you guys are not friends. Which means, when I mean you guys are not friends, which means you cannot openly, freely tell someone anything, or who you are dating, something. Like me and my wife, we communicate in every way. I tell her a lot of stuff, she tells me a lot of stuff. So we were even good friends before we would get married. My friends were even jealous of me, like, oh wow, why would you be like, you're the only one that always have a good girlfriend or good something like that, right? So
I mean, if you're a good person, you should, like, I say this sometimes, that make good people make good people.
yeah,
Because if, as a good person, if you meet a bad person and you go into a relationship with that person, you'll be scared for life.
so
You can't be scared for life.
exactly. So like what I was saying is, you need to relax, think, make sure you feel the person before you get into marriage. Marriage is not just what I want to try, I want to test it out. No, you should be ready to give it all. I should be ready to take whatever it brings as well.
Yes.
That's how you grow in marriage.
Yes. Thank you so much
You're welcome.
for giving us all this advice.
And
I'm
one
sure
other thing is,
everybody.
we need to stop looking for Mr. Right. Because if we keep looking for Mr. Right, that Mr. Right is never going to come. How would you even know if you're Mr. Right?
Well,
It's not written on anybody's head.
I feel that's kind of personal, because my Mr. Right could just be someone that is perfect for me. It doesn't mean he's perfect in every way.
Yeah, but the thing is, how would you even know if it's perfect for you? Because there's something I want to tell you as a guy. When we want a woman, I already know what you want. I will be that person that you want in order for me to get you.
It's true.
So, in other words, you can never find Mr. Right by just looking at a guy.
Obviously,
So you always have to,
date.
take away the pride,
your time.
let it go, feel free, and do not just judge because you feel like the person doesn't look like your type. He might really be your type inside. So you have to get inside.
You mean like behavior-wise?
Yeah, because
and-
some girls can just see you and be like, oh, that's not my type. But you don't even know the person. The look doesn't really tell you anything. You need to get to know people in order for you to know who is your type and who is not your type.
Well, guys, I hope you've learned one or two things from Mr. Harris Smith today. I definitely have learned a lot today. And before we go, do you know that Ruga is coming on the 9th of June? And we will be giving out 3 free tickets to you guys. But you really have to be active in our comment section. Make sure you tag your friends. That is the only way you can win, okay? Be active in our comment section. Follow our page, comment, and like, all right? So have yourself a wonderful day and stay blessed. Stay happy.